Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right. We are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, January 13th, 2022, and you can find this 136 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. You can watch me terribly fail at video games Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I'm at Nick Vern. That's NickVern. And this week's episode, we're talking with a fellow Twitch streamer, the bangest bro in the Bang Gang Nerds community. Will you please welcome to the show, SM Playboi? So SM Playboi, welcome to the show. And what have you been up to?
What's up? Basically same nerd stuff, man. Star Wars, of course, that's like my favorite thing, main game that I like to stream. Been playing a lot of Icarus too, because it's basically Ark without dinosaurs, which is kind of And in Guild Wars 2, that's basically it right now.
Wait. So Icarus is that new survival game that just came out like a month or two ago?
Yeah, it's really, really good. So like the things I like about Ark is I love the survival stuff, right? Like I love the build from scratch, make your base, all that shit. And then they got PvP, so I love all that. But there's no like real guiding force behind it. So like there's no, hey, go do this. You know, and Icarus actually gives you missions. They'll be like, yo, do this, and you have this time period to get that done. And so, like, I like that aspect. It gives you a little bit more of a guiding force when you're playing, you know?
So you like a survival game with a little bit of linearness to it.
Yeah.
So you can, that's my type of game. I like that too. You know, I know Nick's playing Halo Infinite, and I know it's an open world game, but it is also linear.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, I thought of it. It's really pretty. Can you explain Icarus though? Because the way I understood it, and tell me if I'm wrong, is you land on a planet and you only have so much time on the planet before you need to get back to a ship.
Basically, yeah. That's their whole premise. That's actually the part that I like. So like I said, I love Ark. I love Ark to death. But the part that Ark doesn't have that Icarus has, so basically you're a prospect type dude or whatever, and this planet that you land on, you're supposed to be like basically colonizing it or terraforming it type. And you land there, and the whole goal is to complete whatever little mission. So it may just be like, hey, go activate these radars, or hey, go scout this. And then there's like these exotic material that the company or whatever you work for is supposed to be harvesting. So it's like I said, it's pretty decent. I mean, as far as that aspect, they did have a bug when I first started playing, which they immediately fixed, which that's one reason why I really like this game. Like their dev team is like on it, like immediately when something goes wrong, they're like, hey, here's a patch, here's a fix, here's this, like immediately it seems like. So like that's one reason why I'm really liking the game so far.
Nick and I are actually watching the trailer as you're talking about it. Nick, it looks dope, right?
It does look dope. I'm not a big like survival
Me neither.
type person, but if you are, this looks incredible.
The reason why I'm not a survival guy, Breath of the Wild ruined that for me. As soon as you give me a tree branch and then it breaks and now I don't have anything, it's over. Or you give me a sword that's a metal sword and then I can only swing it 10 times and it breaks. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, you hate the weapon breaking.
I don't like the weapon breaking idea. I don't like even actually that Breath of the Wild didn't ruin it for me.
Fallout.
The stupid game with the VAT system.
Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Fallout, dude. Your gun is running at 40%. But if you shoot at somebody and shoot them in the head, the bullet won't hit the head clearly.
Yeah.
Even though you got 3 good shots and you see the blood coming out, but the zombie's still running at you.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. I do love Fallout though.
That's your jam.
I never got into Fallout.
Well, that type of game is my jam. I like a single player action RPG anyways. So like Skyrim, the Fallout series, Horizon Zero Dawn. That's third person, but still, action RPG.
Horizon Zero Dawn's like the dinosaur type mechanical games where like you can hunt the like mechanical looking animals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that game looks dope as hell.
The graphics are beautiful. They ported it to PC about a year ago, and then I played it as my first like real stream game.
And it was awesome to watch.
Yeah.
But then he had to play the DLC and it like sucked.
Dude, I liked you
I was
didn't like it because
I
you
was
were like, oh, great, you're done. We can go to the next game. And then you're like, oh, you got to play like 4 more streams of this.
Yes, because so like for me, I'm like DLC is bonus content, like not stream content. Like play the campaign, move on to the next game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Well, no, I know you don't agree because you play the DLC.
Yeah.
But it was
it depends, right? If the DLC is like, oh, you get to like build houses better now, or like, we added you can have purple armor, silly things like that. No, I'm obviously not going to do anything with that. But like, if it's like 10 hours worth of more story content, then yeah, that's stream worthy.
Right. But back to Icarus, is there a story behind it, or is it just like you're a dude in a spacesuit and you're on a new planet and you got to go do shit?
There's somewhat a story behind it, but it's a loose story, so I haven't really, seen whether or not there's like a more in-depth story. Right now it's kind of following like the Avatar model, like hey, you landed on this alien planet, here's some stuff, you need to find this stuff. And that's like basically it right now. There's like I haven't seen any like deeper story yet.
Gotcha.
I see.
It's still like it looks cool, and I bet it seems like it's super engaging.
It's a beautiful game and it's dope. There's like only a couple complaints I have about it. Like if you're supposed to be landing on an alien planet, the biggest things right now that you're fighting is like the wildlife that's been ported to this planet to help terraform it. So like genetically enhanced wolves and bears and stuff. And you would think that like, on an alien world, there would be some type of alien things you would be fighting, but there's no alien stuff you're fighting besides like when you go into caves. Then there's like these cave worm things, whatever. Like just imagine Tremors, but blue and smaller.
Yeah, I saw a giant one in the trailer.
Yeah, that's one boss. That's literally it. Like that's my thing. Like if I'm gonna be landing on an alien planet, like I'm expecting to be fighting off alien versus fucking predator, not genetically enhanced deer. But
right,
that's like my only real complaint about the entire game. Like give me some real aliens. Like let the aliens try to kill me.
Right. Well, and that's sweet. Guild Wars 2 is beautiful as well. I know J-Rox was like streaming SWTOR for a long time, and him and his wife Divinity, they switched to Guild Wars 2 when the delay for SWTOR happened, and like they love Guild Wars 2 now. They like love it.
I'm actually in their guild in Guild Wars 2.
Well, that's awesome. That's what I mean. Like, and they've grown a community there. They're max level. J-Rock said the last time I was in their stream that they're going to be doing, they're going to start raiding.
Yeah. They're going to raids in Guild Wars 2 are so different from like SWTOR raids. Like I'm nowhere near max level. I'm trying to understand the game. That game just has so much to offer. And it's just like, it has a lot of fucking potential, but the thing is, it feels like it's going in every direction, to be honest. Like, the PvP in that game is cool. I haven't got fully into it, but it's super cool. It's in-game. It's all this stuff like that. But then they have, like, here's some dungeons. Here's some world. Here's some PvP. It just feels all over the place. So it's like, here's a little bit for everybody, but then you really don't have no, like here's the direction, and I like to have a little bit of direction in the game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like they have that cohesive yet.
Sure. I get it. I understand that completely. That community is, I would say it's a little bit bigger than the SWTOR community, but like it's tight knit like the SWTOR community. So like if you're there and people start watching you or you're in it, like I feel like people tend to cling to you because the community's small and tight knit.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
And then, but like, I have not asked this question, but I know there's a few people that have like stopped streaming SWTOR and are playing other games, and they've grown communities in the other games. And it makes me wonder, like, when the expansion comes out, are they going to come back? Or are they going to just say, you know what? I'm happy here. I've grown a community here. I'm going to stick around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Serp like that?
No, Serp played Battlefront 2, and then
that's right. Yes.
then when they announced like Battlefront 2 was dead, like they weren't doing any more development on it,
Yeah.
Serp left and went to
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I
And
gotcha.
started his community over.
Right.
Or I shouldn't say over, but he shifted,
Right.
like cold turkey, quit smoking cigarettes, and boom, he was gone.
Right.
But anyway,
so Marcus, what have you been up to?
oh my God. All right. So last night, oh my God.
What'd you do? You streamed, obviously.
Yeah. So last night was stream. And during the day, I was talking to Chimeri, and he's like, what are you going to do tonight? I said, well, I don't want to raid, and I don't want to do the story. I need a break. And he said, so you're going to play Destiny 2? I said, no, I'm going to play SWTOR. I just don't know what I'm going to do. And he goes, why don't you play PvP? And I was like, you think so? And he goes, why not? Like, just do it. Excuse me. And I was like, that's a good idea. So I did. But I didn't just stream regular unranked PvP. I dove right into ranked PvP.
The toxic cesspool of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes. And dude, so I went in there and Kogus was like, no, you can't do this. You can't do this. And I went in there and dominated with my team, and we won the first match. I went bananas. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, right? But my hero world quickly ended.
Mm-hmm.
So in the second match, some guy said, I'm done. Oh no, the actual first match, like the first match, I should say, we lost because the people /stuck it because they said I didn't have the right tactical on.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. But whatever, I still did it and I was smiling. So now fast forward into like match 3 and 4. People, dude, I moved my scene in OBS to like my Destiny scene where like my picture is like halfway up on the screen.
Yeah.
So you can see the chatting with me.
Right.
You should have seen what these people were saying to me. Like,
like the general chat.
Yeah, stop queuing. You're the biggest piece of shit on the planet. Like, you should just die. You shouldn't even be alive. Go choke on a dick. Like,
that sounds like great.
Right. So, and I just kept responding with, I'm sorry, I already had enough dick today. I'll have to do it another day. Like, thank you so much for your comments. And then one guy was like really like, it wasn't even like mean. It was just rude. And I was like, do you enjoy making people feel like shit?
Right.
And he goes, yes, I do. A lot. And you suck and you should stop playing this. Go play unranked. You're not ready for this. And in my argument, now mind you.
Also, if they're queuing for ranks and their rank is so low that they're stuck with you, how bad are they?
Well, there's not that many players. No. So that's the thing, Nick, is there's not enough ranked players to actually like
accommodate bad players.
Yeah, to accommodate bad or new players.
Yeah.
Right. There's the queue. Let's say, dude, I played with the same 8 people last night, most of the night. Okay. Until I think like the West Coast, until the West Coast prime time started to kick in. Then I saw more, but it was like 7 of the same people every match.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dude, you know how like they have those emotes like you can do like /wave and like your character will wave?
Yeah.
Dude, my own teammates and the other team were /spit. They were spitting at me. And I'm laughing at these people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And Kogus was like, dude, you can't play this. I'm like, why can't I? And I'm calling it on my stream, and I was saying to stream, like, why not? Like, playing unranked PvP is not going to teach you how to play ranked PvP.
Yeah.
You don't get the 4v4 arena matches, like deathmatch or last survive. I don't know, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Berserk, whatever.
Yeah. You don't get that enough to actually learn how to play it.
Right.
If they had an unranked just that where you could just queue for unranked arenas, I personally think a lot of people would do it, and it would grow the PvP community,
Right.
right?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Because it would be like you have to have a Valor rank of 50 or 100 in order to actually queue for ranked, but that would make people do the unranked to learn how to do it,
Right.
right? But these people, like, and they were, then somebody must have found out I was streaming, and they typed in like the chat and game, they said, Marcus, you have to stop queuing for this. And a couple of the people on my team, they're like, who the F is Marcus? And they're like, this streamer streaming it. Dude, they all got into the stream. Dude, we had to ban people because they were like super duper toxic.
Yeah.
Like if I was to play ranked PvP more, I would have to have a guaranteed mod in
Ready
my
to ban
channel,
people.
just ready to ban people.
Yeah.
But then at the flip side, there was like 3 people who like were generally helping me.
Yeah.
Like they were like, come to my stronghold, I'll show you the things to do. Now, granted, okay, I did have the wrong Marauder because there's like 3 specs of Marauder. I did have the wrong Marauder.
Yeah.
I did not know what to do because like I'm a Nightmare Raider. I don't know how to PvP, but like I know going into an unranked Hypergate is not teaching me what I need to do. But a few of the people, Sneak was the best. He was like, dude, as soon as you get into the as soon as you leap in, hit your Saber Ward and then hit Predation. Hit Predation and Saber Ward on cooldown and use your Force Camo to disappear, and then you can heal yourself. Like, and it took me most of the night to learn that, right? Just those things, because it's a complete different lifestyle, a complete different life than what I'm used to, right? Oh, and of course, my first ranked match, my mouse wasn't working because the Logitech software didn't update. I actually had to end stream and update the system and restart the computer for the mouse to work.
Oh my God, that's
Sheesh.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
And that's where all your keybinds are too. So
Right. All of my keybinds, mostly, right?
Yeah.
Except like WASD, QEC, and X and Z.
Yeah.
F. But R. Anyway, so it was quite an adventure, to say the least.
Right.
Right. So tomorrow on stream, I'm going to make a Fury Marauder, or I already have a level 75 Fury Marauder, I think. And I'm going to do the unranked PvP all night to get my Valor up so I can queue for ranked next week.
Oh, snap.
And I'm going to prove, and I'm just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. No matter what these people say, no matter what they say, I am just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. A friend of the show, Ven, he DM'd me this morning on Discord and was like, good morning to the most hated player on Starforge.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, dude. But can you imagine, like, dude, the toxicity? And I just laughed. And I finally was like, people were like, dude, you shouldn't play this. And I'm like, why not? Like,
so like, it's so crazy. Cause like, okay. So like when I first started playing, my whole thing was I actually started playing Star Wars for ranked, for like PvP. Like that's what I wanted to do. And like I was watching a lot of the PvP streams before I ever started streaming or anything like that. Like I was watching Kogus before I ever got a chance to talk to him, and Biggs Gaming and Noble Plays PvP, and just a long list of people that were streaming ranked. But like it is 100% different going from like regs to like ranked PvP. Like it is such a different thing. And I think that the only reason why I became okay is like I started just doing a lot of 1v1s at people's strongholds and a lot of 2v2s and just stuff like that, just so that I can understand. Because one of the things that they say in ranked is they're like, oh, you need to know your class. But you can know your class, but it is completely different. Like when I'm talking to people about ranked, I'll tell them, I'll be like, you know, it's basically story mode rating versus nightmare content rating. That's how it is. You know, story mode rating would be equivalent to unranked. And then, you know, ranked would be equivalent to like nightmare rating, because it's a completely different thing. Like there's a kill order. When you're playing regs and you're just playing a hypergate, you're not really worried about, you know, okay, well, I should take out this healer because if I don't, XYZ, or I know what a soft stun or a hard stun is. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So like a lot of the things that, like me personally, one of the things that I've been trying to do, like I know Kogus has been really, really, really good at trying to get some of the toxicity out of it. But we've been trying to start like what we're calling Fight Night, which is basically like we're helping people better understand PvP, like better understand the fact that, you know, hey, this is different from, you know, regs. This is very different. The only objective in ranked is turning into a 4v3 immediately. That is the only objective. And however you accomplish that, whether or not it's, hey, we're going to focus the healer, or hey, we're going to CC healer and focus the jug. A lot of people don't even understand those dynamics. And just like you said, because we don't have an unranked arenas that we can just queue for that, you're never going to get the experience of ranked unless you just queue ranked. And then you have to deal with, you know, the people that still live in their fucking mom's basement and they just, this is their fucking only life. And they want to be toxic as hell because they don't see you and they just want to be an asshole and ruin your experience. And it sucks.
Well, it does suck, but I will say this, and maybe this is why. There is nothing that those people can ever do or say to me that will be as toxic or even close to toxic. Like, let's say the toxicity in SWTOR ranked PvP is at like a 4 compared to Modern Warfare 2's toxicity in fucking 2011 or 2006 or 8, whatever it was. That was at 100. Okay. So if the toxic people in SWTOR want to step up their game, get back on the Modern Warfare level, because
that's true.
Yes. I remember
it's
like
terrible thing
because back then you couldn't mute the chat.
Right.
You couldn't mute the mics yet. Right. Like Xbox didn't do that yet in the game. So like you had somebody straight up talking shit to you the entire match.
Right.
And it's crazy.
Especially
but
if you played like rounds of stuff like
yes,
search, like in between rounds the mics would open up.
Oh my
you
god.
You could talk to each other.
Yeah.
And you could just talk.
Yes. Oh my god.
That was great.
Hey, choke on a donkey dick. You're just like, oh my god, dude. But anyway, so my point is I actually, so I had a lot of fun. What I will do though, what I will say moving forward is if I do ranked PvP, I will 100% change some things on my stream. And we already started like banning words. So like it can't even be said in the chat.
Okay.
Because of the things that were said yesterday. And it's like, thanks, dude, you're helping me. Yeah. Like, how about this? One of the guys that is in the ranked PvP community came in super nice to me. Super nice. Like, I was like, wow, thank you. He's like, hey, listen, don't forget to hit Saber Ward. And then like, you're talking about how the object of the other team is to get one of the players down and dead right away. Mm-hmm. So then it's a 4v3. Well, for like 6 matches, they were just like they all attacked me and I was just dead. Like dead. And I was just stunned the whole time and I was dead. People were talking so much smack. Stop queuing, stop queuing, stop queuing. And I'm just like, no. Like, you guys realize that if I can start playing ranked PvP and I can bring some of my friends, your queues get better.
Yeah, right. None of them realize that. Like, they talk hella shit to you when you first start out because they did the same thing with me. And like, so there's basically called a kill order when you're playing ranked.
Right.
And, you know, the kill order goes shit player first, which is, it's bad to say that. But like, if you're a newer player, they are going to target you because you don't understand how the game, how the ranked scene works. It doesn't matter. Like, you can be really good and fully understand your class, but they are going to target you when you start playing ranked because you're not going to understand, you know, certain ways that the dynamics are moving and shit. You're literally not gonna get it. And it doesn't matter. Nothing regs can teach you or prepare you for that. So they're gonna target you first because, like I said, the only objective in ranked is turn into a 4v3. And like, I try to explain that to people a lot and they'll be like, oh no, it's just because I'm really good. No, it's actually because they think you're really bad. Like 9 times out of 10, if you're not a healer, a tank, or a very high DPS, like a power tech or something like that, they're probably targeting you because you're shit.
Yeah, that's
Right.
That's expected, right? That's what you do. You go after the weaker player.
Yeah,
The same thing in a raid.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
Or
know,
like I'm trying to think in paintball. It's not necessarily true. In paintball, it's like the opposite.
well, you're in paintball.
You go after the best.
Well,
player.
no. Well, you might not be going after the best player, but you're going after whoever is in the front, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Or
and
like someone that is like causing you the most problems.
well, right. But
Yeah.
if the Dorito side is in the front first,
Yeah.
you're shooting him out and focusing your guns there because you need to get him out so he doesn't clip you guys,
Right.
right? So that's the kill order, right? You want to kill D1 or S1 first.
Right. Whichever is the most dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing in ranked PvP. But
Right.
the thing is I don't care what these people say at all. Like for me, I'm just like, whatever. I'm going to keep playing this. And you know, if you guys want to slash stuck it, you're on camera.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Like I know BioWare doesn't do shit about it, but like somebody told me, oh my God, the funniest comment of the night was, hey, you're throwing games. Good luck getting banned in stream. And I just started laughing. I was like, bro, I'm in the content creator program from BioWare. You think for 1 second they're going to ban me when I just tell them, dude, I was trying ranked PvP. Why would I be win trading?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's just because as soon as you can't do what you're doing. But I will say this one thing. One person, like, you know, like how you think about somebody's name and do you want to call them out because you're giving them, now I don't want to say credibility, Nick. What's the word I'm looking for? But like
recognition.
Recognition. But I'm going to tell you what, should I mention the person's name? Like this person is probably the most toxic person I've ever dealt with in SWTOR.
Nah, because like don't give them the time of day, you know.
Well, it's a type of food and it's hot and it's like liquid. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And this person, dude, he can like kiss my ass. Like the things that he said, like, are you that, like, is ranked PvP that important to your life that you want to say the things you do or any of them? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then like somebody that came into my chat that was so nice. And then this other person that was super nice to me. Like this dude like picked a fight with this person in my chat. Kogus had to wipe the entire chat. It was out of control.
Wow.
And I was just like, do I want that in my stream?
Yeah. See, that's why I don't stream ranked. Like I play a lot of it. I do not stream ranked because like I feel like, so one of my biggest things as a streamer is that like when I'm watching somebody stream, so for example, like when I'm watching you know what I'm saying, Marcus, like I always say like, don't shout me out because I'm there to vibe out with whoever that streamer is. But like the thing that I like the most about you is like, it's an interactive fucking TV show. Like I can watch you and it's not like I'm watching Law and Order and Olivia is just going in there and, you know, I'm talking to the TV and I'm like, Olivia, don't go over there. And like nothing happens. I could be like, Marcus, yo. And then I get the Marcus, Playboy, what's up? Like that is the real interaction, you know, and that's like why people like the stream. So I can't play ranked on stream. I will literally ignore the chat. Like, and I know that, like, and that's another reason why I won't raid on stream. I will ignore the chat because it takes a lot of focus.
Well, so I'm going to actually talk about that because I know Nick is going to agree.
Right.
There's certain games or game modes that are made for streaming. Okay.
Yep.
PvP, battle. What are the things? What's the Call of Duty Warzone called? What is that called? What is that? Like the game mode?
I just like Resurgence or something.
No.
I haven't played Call of Duty.
Battle Arena? No.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Yeah. Yes.
Like Battle Royales. The PvP matches. Like ranked PvP matches.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Even Horizon Zero Dawn. Those are like made for streaming because like there's a lot of downtime, right? Mm-hmm. So like you're riding your robot horse around the wilderness with your bow and arrow. You might have 5 minutes to talk to somebody and then you pull up to the Robo Dog and you're going to be not interactive for 5 minutes because you're killing Robo Dog, right?
Right.
Same thing with ranked PvP or Call of Duty like Warzone, something like that, where there's a small snippet of time where you're focused on the game, but then you have downtime
to engage in the chat.
to engage in the chat.
Yeah.
And it is super streamer friendly. The problem is there's so much toxicity in SWTOR that like you get consumed by people saying stuff to you, and it's gross. But I have found that when like I find people like that and they tell me to not do something,
you like need to do the
I'm
opposite.
like, oh, dude, I got to do this.
Yeah.
Like, who do they think they are telling me I can't queue?
Right.
Like, this is just as much my game as it is yours. And it's the end of the season. So, like, if you have characters that you need to hit gold, platinum, silver, or bronze, you've already done it on those characters. And these are just bonus characters because you're getting more ranked rewards, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
So I've been thinking about it, and I think my goal right now, I'm thinking, is to get 50,000 ranked tokens so I can buy the Furious Lightsaber. Nick, the Furious Lightsaber is when you run like the light, like trails.
Oh, yeah, it's like a comet trail, kind of.
Yes. Yeah, like
I've
a comet
seen
trail. Yeah, Kogus
I
has
was
it.
to say, does Kogus has it?
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so if I set a goal to do that, like that's my goal. And I'm going to say, like, when people are like, dude, unqueue, I'm going to say, help me get 50,000 rank tokens and you'll never see me again. You'll have my word. I'll be gone from the queue forever. But by the time I'm done queuing for 50,000 rank tokens, I bet I'll be pretty good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You should definitely be pretty good by then.
Right.
Well,
Mark has learned slowly.
Yeah, it took me like 5 years to figure out how to nightmare raid.
Nice.
But, you know, because I said, anyways, moving, I got to move on.
Yeah. I was like, you have like 8 more bullet points just in your section. Let's go.
Sorry. Wait, are you rushing me?
Yeah.
You're fucking rushing me, Nick?
Yes.
No, that was a big deal. Okay, so I've been reading or audibling the new High Republic book, The Falling Star, Falling Light, what was it called?
I don't know. I didn't read it yet.
You haven't read
I
it yet?
didn't read it yet either.
Oh, you guys have The Fallen Star. So
Okay.
I have about 5 hours left out of however many hours it is.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Light of the Jedi, the first one, it was world building. It was slow going. The end of the book was good. The second book, was it called Into the Dark?
Into the
Into the Dark?
Into the Dark.
Into the Dark was fucking awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
The next book, which is Tempest Runner, but it was like a side quest story, but it ties completely into this new book.
Yep.
It was the story of Lorna D.
Yep.
From the Nihil.
Yep.
That book is probably my favorite so far.
Okay.
Of them. This book is legit, dude. Like, Claudia Gray has hit it out of the park.
Mhm.
Like, I want High Republic content in movie, TV show, or even the Star Wars Eclipse, because, bro, if this shit is real, like, if they gonna produce this into like live action, hold the fuck on. Like, they could make these 3 books a trilogy and it would be out of control, or seasons of show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could do one book for a whole season of a show and it would be fucking fantastic. The last thing I'll say is they confirmed today, I don't know where, that there are Sith Lords in the High Republic, which we all figured that, but
Yeah, they haven't been obviously
Well,
shown in the books yet. So.
well, yeah, they haven't shown them in the books or anything, but they've confirmed it. Well, clearly, because the Acolyte show, which I don't know when it's coming, is clearly about a Sith apprentice.
Yeah, that's in the High Republic.
Right. Anyways, moving on. Destiny 2, I've been playing it. I love it. We are 1 month and 1 week away from the expansion. We are 1 month away from the SWTOR expansion. I'm getting super excited to be a part of an expansion. And the more that I play Destiny, the more that I learn. Like, everything that I'm doing right now, Nick, is gone when the new expansion comes out.
What
Like,
do you mean?
like the activities and stuff, they all change.
Oh,
Like, some of the dungeons that we do are going to be gone in the new season, like the new expansion. Like, it's going to be a brand new game.
well, that's kind of cool.
Wicked cool.
Yeah. I
And
that.
like, I still suck at the game, but like I'm doing stuff now that like I didn't think I would be able to do, and it's pretty awesome. Okay, nerds community, we need your help. Stay Alive is pushing to make partner over the course of the next month. If you can go to twitch.tv/stayalive_7, click follow, then at the same time, go and if you see him streaming, please put the volume on low, exclamation point lurk. Every viewer counts for this man right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's that close to partner, and you need to hold those numbers for a month or two. So if you see this man, please help him, because Twitch, I mean, he's going to make it hopefully soon, but like any help we can give him, let's give him.
Yeah. Stay on, what is it again? His handle?
Twitch.tv/stayalive_7. And I just want to say one more thing to our Nerds Community Discord. Thank you, all of you. Every day somebody's saying good morning. People are chatting about different things. Like I won't look at Discord all day because I'm busy at work, and then I'll look, and every channel has been like highlighted with new content, people posting in the database.
Yeah.
All that stuff. What's the database, Nick?
Oh, it's where we have the most epic dad jokes of all time.
Yeah. It's where we store the dad jokes.
It's the dad, DAD-A-base.
Yes, dad base. Get it? Get it? Get it? Anyways, so for me, that's pretty much it. I'm super amped. I'm super excited SM Playboy's here. I'm super happy Nick is here. Nick, where were you last week?
Well, fucking COVID strikes again. So what I thought was like an allergy flare up, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Last week, I got like the discount double check COVID swab, because like I had a stuffy nose and that's it. But like just in case, I'm going to an office to work with people and potentially with patients, so I wanted to get swabbed to confirm, and I tested positive, and I was super surprised about it because I didn't feel terrible at all. I got swabbed on Thursday morning and felt pretty like lethargic, so I didn't record last week, obviously.
Thanks, Doc, for filling in.
Yeah, and honestly, good thing I didn't, because I ended up testing positive for COVID. That got me the results on Saturday. So
yeah, you would have been here.
I would have been here, maskless, just chatting away, spreading COVID all over the place. So it's a good thing I didn't record. But
especially in this room.
Exactly. Yeah, this room is like, I don't even know what's the dimensions in here.
It is 6x7.
It's tight for two big boys like Marcus and I.
Who you calling big?
Well, we need to get an exhaust fan for when you fart again.
What?
Yeah, like a bathroom. Just get an exhaust fan. Vent it right outside. See, there it is. This is biological warfare in here. Good thing the door's not installed yet and you can't close it.
Yes.
Anyways,
but you're feeling back?
No,
I'm basically. Oh my god! I just said you're feeling back. Do you feel better?
Yeah. So like,
oh my god, I'm such an idiot.
So I never really. My point being, let me backtrack on the allergies thing. I've had this like reoccurring what I thought was a sinus infection, just like tons of mucus, in the nasal passage there, for like ongoing every like month or so since the summer. I had a couple months off of the fall there, but my doctor determined I wasn't actually having bacterial infections. It's just like an allergies thing. So anywho, I thought that was flaring up again because I went and saw a good friend of the show, Joey Feta, who has 2 cats.
Shout out to Feta Engaged.
Oh yeah,
congratulations,
buddy. You're locked in.
Yeah. Just keep your balls in her purse. She'll let you use them once in a while. Don't worry, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Congratulations, Joey and Corey. So that's awesome. So anyways, I was over their house. We had game night, which is great. And then I started getting this congestion thing. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Saw the cats. What?
I got a hairball.
Oh. So I'm like, this makes sense. But then I'm like, I'm congested. I got to get tested for work. Tested positive. But I like never had any other real respiratory symptoms. And by the time I got the results on Saturday, I had no congestion or anything.
Isn't it crazy, dude, that like 2 years ago, like if you're got a stuffy nose, you just have a stuffy nose. But I got a stuffy nose. I'm going to take a COVID test.
Well, yeah, I'm doing it was like a discount double check COVID test.
No, I know that, but isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and then I was like, oh shit, I tested positive. But I will say, So I had the allergy thing, right? And then I get tested Thursday morning. Well, Tuesday night, this is a little bit morbid, but I did compression. I work in the ER around here per diem, so I picked up a 4-hour shift, and I did compressions on a patient that it was dying with COVID. Chest compressions is like the main part of CPR.
Were they shot too? But
No.
they're blaming it on COVID?
No.
Okay.
It was actual COVID. It was pretty sad. Yeah.
How did he die?
Well, he had 3 bullets in his brain, but he also had COVID. So, it
So
must
he's
have been
COVID death.
Must have been the COVID. No.
That's so insensitive. I'm such a dick.
Yeah.
I guess we all are at this point.
I'm laughing too. It's all good. It is insensitive, but it's so preposterous that it's funny. It's all good.
Okay, sidebar.
Okay. I have my laptop.
All right, so your
plugged
laptop is plugged into that. I'm going to shut off the light.
in. Okay.
Tell me if it keeps charging.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got a capacitor on there, so give it a few minutes.
Okay, so this one outlet would not work for my fucking computer, and I had to anyways, doesn't matter. I'm such an idiot. Sorry about that.
Turn the light back on.
Oh, sorry.
So you guys are just sitting in the dark right now, and
Well,
and
just
what's the equivalent of a COVID cave just seeping in a fart?
COVID cave. I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So yeah,
That is the new name for this place. This is the COVID cave. Oh my God. Thank you.
That's great.
Yep.
So I was doing
Getting a sign
compressions
made.
forever on this person, right?
So compressions are when you have one hand over the other and you're just pounding on their chest.
yeah,
Basically breaking their ribs.
I did break a lot of their ribs, but
Oh, really?
I do it right.
Do you get in trouble if you break their ribs like that?
No,
Or is
well,
it just like,
I should,
it happens?
I should say no. I should say, if you don't really break their ribs, like crack in half, but like you dislocate their sternum, so it's more sounds like knuckles cracking, like pop, 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 pop.
Oh,
Which is I don't know if that's better or worse for the non-medical. Folks.
Okay, we're gonna be right back. I'm gonna puke. All right, and we're back.
But if you're doing it right, like you should, that should happen. You know what I mean? Like
you're
you're trying to.
isn't that where in the commercials they teach you you're supposed to do the Staying Alive song when you're doing the chest compressions?
That's you want to get at least 100 compressions or beats per minute.
Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive.
Which
You
want
Does
to go
that
at least
actually
that.
work?
Yeah. I've had people come back.
Stop dancing.
But anywho, yes, I've had people come back for sure. Like it's legit effective. That's how you keep the blood flowing. But so anyways, I was in that room, COVID spewing everywhere for an hour. So I'm wondering if I just had some kind of in my nose, that ended up testing positive on the swab, and not enough to actually make me sick because I feel fine, obviously.
Confirmed. Nick had a COVID booger.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. I had COVID boogers, but not really COVID infection, if that makes sense.
It's just enough to coat the boogers.
Yeah. So that's my COVID story, but I'm fine now. The only thing that screwed me up, so I got vertigo I had COVID first, and I was extremely sick in April 2020 with the first round of things. I got it from a patient in the ER again, but that was really ugly, and I got vertigo afterwards from it. The inflammation inflamed one of my auditory nerves, and it screws up my sense of balance on one side, so I had to go to rehabilitation for that and stuff. But I might need to do some of that again because my vertigo has been coming and going since then. But anyways, beyond that, no respiratory symptoms. I'm totally fine. Nothing life-threatening.
And he's back.
And I'm back. All is good in the hood. And for reference, I think I was largely fine because I got the whole Infinity Gauntlet. I've double vaxxed and the booster.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I won't go down that rabbit hole. But
Please
I've
don't.
also been
Wait,
playing.
are you talking about that meme though? Have you seen that? There's a meme. So there's a TikToker that I really like. You guys probably hear my baby right now. He's angry. He's ready to eat.
That's
there's
quite all right.
this TikToker. This is black dude. I've been following this dude for years, and so he goes in to get his booster shot.
Yeah.
And so the lady's she's like, okay, so the next time you get your booster, he's like, I don't need it. He's like, I have the trifecta. I have the Infinity Gauntlet. Literally just what you said. He's like, I have Moderna. I have Johnson & Johnson, some sketchy off-brand company, something I got out of an alley, and something from Walgreens. He's like, I'm invincible now. And that was the whole thing, that he's gotten all the boosters, all the shots that you can get.
That's
and
great.
that actually made me think, maybe I should go get all 5 of them.
Well, I will say Moderna's works better than Pfizer's because it's just a bigger dose, so it lasts longer. So there is a little bit of a difference. And Johnson & Johnson, I would not get it all now. It's basically worthless.
But if you want to know about it, go listen to the latest Joe Rogan podcast with Dr. Brown, who created the mRNA vaccines.
Oh boy.
Nope. No, boy. Nope. I'm not going there. But anyways, Nick, please tell me about your gaming. I've been waiting all week to discuss this with you.
Okay. So I've been playing a shit ton of Halo Infinite.
Yes.
Like I've been absolutely crushing the multiplayer.
Yes.
Like I was on COVID quarantines. I couldn't do anything really.
Yes.
I took like a half a day of work. I milked it a little bit because like if you got COVID, you can at least take a 4-hour.
Dude,
PTO.
okay, so here's
You know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
yeah, but here's what I'm gonna tell you, okay? Is what I've realized from having COVID myself,
Yeah.
like, dude, you'll feel good for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, you're just like, I need to go to sleep.
Exactly.
And you're done.
Yeah.
Like whether you feel great or not, like the potential. So like you weren't really like calling it in or phoning it in. I just feel like you're taking a chance if you're like, oh, I'm fucking fine. And then next thing you know, dude, you're
Blah, blah, blah. That did, yeah. When I was actually sick the first round, that for sure happened. I'd be like, fine. Then all of a sudden I'd be like, I feel like I just got hit by a truck and then it backed up and ran me over again. And also, by the way, I'm coughing and can't breathe. So I know exactly what you mean. All of a sudden, it'll be like fine, largely. Like I'm cool to just sit here, play games, whatever, and then just be like, blah, horrible.
right.
So like I took advantage of some extra free time, and I think I have like almost 30 hours of gameplay on Halo Infinite.
Whoa.
Which is a lot.
What is your ranking in the multiplayer?
So I didn't start playing ranked until recently. I was just jamming the like sort of not ranked game mode. It was Fiesta.
Unranked?
Yeah, unranked. It was Fiesta, where everyone starts with random guns, and it's Slayer.
That makes me that Slayer.
Slayer. It's 4v4 PV. Just
Team deathmatch.
Team deathmatch, and everyone starts with every time you respawn, it's random. You get a random 2 guns,
Right.
which is
Yep.
wicked cool.
So
So you can have like a pistol and a rocket launcher, or like 2 pistols and just be terrible, or all kinds of crazy stuff.
what do you think of the way the guns shoot and the way you zoom, where it's not like looking down through the scope,
Not
unless
always.
it's a sniper rifle,
Yeah,
right?
like a BR. Yeah.
Right. Or the battle rifle, right?
I think it's fine. Like it took me a while to get used to it. Like when I initially played it, I didn't love the multiplayer because like I didn't have an open mind to it. And I'm not talking about like this past couple weeks. I mean like way before when I played the beta, and even in the past when I played Halo.
Did you play the original like all the original Halos? 1, 2,
not
3,
not really.
Reach,
Not substantially.
4?
Yeah,
Okay.
5. Not really. I like tried them a little bit over friends' houses and stuff, but like I was always a Call of Duty guy, and whenever I would play Halo, I would compare it to Call of Duty like it's supposed to be exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case. Like Halo, like Call of Duty is like you run, you click the thing and it's insta death essentially. So like you're more worried about like can you flank this guy, and like the engagements between player to player are so tiny and short, like you have to have an edge on somebody at all times in order to win that fight.
Right.
Whereas in Halo, like you get into like a dance with people when you fight them. You know what I mean?
They can jump, they can
And you
dodge.
don't kill. Nobody kills unless you have a rocket launcher. Like nobody kills each other immediately like you do in Call of Duty. Like it's good. Like you typically have like a 4 to 5.
Yeah, you have the shield.
You have the shield, right? You have the shield, and you have to like dance around. You can. It's much more like
Tactical,
and like you can play on a particular player.
It's
You
a
know what I mean?
classic first-person shooter.
Yeah, and I had to get that through my head that it's totally a different style. And once I accepted that, like the past couple weeks, I was like, okay, I get this, and I've been having a ton of fun. Like this is great. Now I understand why people love Halo.
Yes,
But it was naive. I don't know. It was naive or like just short-sighted that I didn't give it the chance before. But so I was grinding the non-ranked section in Fiesta because they had an event going on where you can unlock pieces of the samurai armor, which I did. The max level is 30, and you get like all like fire on your head and stuff. But I really just want to get to level 15, but it's only available for like 4 or 5 days at a time. So there was a window in November, and then there was a window last week, like from like the 4th to the 10th or something like that. And then now there's going to be another window for like 5 days in February 1st through 5th or something to that effect. So like I got to level 10 in the one window. But I really want just jamming Fiesta, and then you like hit the different challenges, like get like 50 headshots playing Fiesta, which is tough because you don't have the same gun all the time. Like you try to get a headshot with a rocket launcher, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Well,
Or
you
like
can get a headshot, but their entire body explodes.
Well, right, but you have to make the missile hit just their head. So and then you have to kill them with the headshot. So it's tricky. My point being,
it's tricky.
yeah. So next
Tricky,
February,
tricky,
I'm hoping to get it. And then my roommate was like, "Dude, why don't we play ranked?" He was like, "Let's jam some Halo." So I did, and then like a couple days ago after work, that's like all I did. We played for like 4 hours straight. It was great. We were just jamming Halo ranked, and I got my rank, and I am gold 5, which is not great.
It's not.
It's like okay. If you imagine a bell curve, like the dead center of everything, it's like just a smidge on the left side of it.
Okay.
Because like the middle of most people are either in gold or platinum. Platinum's a little bit better, so it's like high gold, low platinum, basically. So I'm slightly below average in terms of Halo playing, which I'll take. I feel like I go like 1 kill under even most of the time.
Right.
Yeah, with like a lot of assists. So like I'm not that good at it yet.
But it's fun as hell.
Oh, it's wicked fun. I'm loving it. I love every second of it. And then, of course, on stream, I'm playing the campaign, which I really like, but it's not proving to be my style of game. It's not a single-player action RPG. It's kind of like trying to bridge itself between an action RPG and a first-person shooter. It's like kind of linear, but kind of open world, but like mostly linear, and like there's not enough RPG elements to really upgrade yourself per se to make it satisfying.
I get it.
If that makes sense.
No, it does a lot.
And a lot of the missions are really the same thing. It's like, go here, kill all the Covenant, hit the button. Go here, kill all the Covenant, hit the button. You know what I mean? And then
does it feel like meaningless questing?
A little bit, yeah. And like I'm finding like, oh, I know later in this actual story quests where I also go here, kill all the Covenant, and hit the button. I have to I'm gonna need to upgrade my armor, so I should do this side quest first to get the armor upgrade. Or I go here, kill all the Covenant, hit the button. And
did you ever play any of the old Halo games?
Yeah,
the campaign.
I played the campaigns for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't think I played ODST or Reach.
Okay,
but I watched videos on YouTube on like the story, so that I knew what the hell was going on.
Right. Okay. Do you like the linear Call of Duty style campaign? Or do you like this new open world concept version?
I think like I'd rather a game pick a lane and stay in it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you're gonna go linear Call of Duty style campaign, or it's like levels and it's linear progression, you just kill everything. Like I can appreciate that because I that's what I'm expecting going into it. You know what I mean? It's like you have the set expectations of this is not going to be, you're not expecting anything RPG like. So this is fine. I can go kill, have fun, whatever. That's great. Enjoy what happens in the story, and that's all awesome. But or you have a real RPG. You know what I mean? And you do all the RPG things. But this is kind of splitting the difference, and it messes with your expectations.
Well, I get it. It's like, how about this? I'll put it in a little bit of a perspective. Halo needs to stay in their lane and do the traditional style campaign, just like BioWare did their typical stay in their lane where they delayed their expansion because it wasn't ready.
Oh, boom, bam.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Playboi, what do you like Halo at all? I don't know if you've played this yet.
So I played Halo way back when it was like OG Xbox type stuff, and it was okay, but it never I never became like a Halo fanboy. It was just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was me prior to this. This is cool. I played a little bit, but nothing substantial. But
the real question is, Nick, you have 1 month and 5 days to figure your shit out.
Oh, before
Horizon Forbidden West comes out.
I know. That mean, AKA, you mean I have 1 month and 5 days to come up with $700.
Right.
To get a PS5.
Yes.
And that's
because honestly, you have the capture card, but I feel like that's a game you should be playing on day one.
Yeah, pretty much.
streaming it like the day it comes out. You have the day off of work. You go to GameStop or digitally download it, and you are clicking live, and it's like a 5-hour stream of you just playing that game.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like that would be legit.
I agree.
Anyways,
So that's basically it for Halo stuff. The campaign is okay. Multiplayer, I'm really enjoying. But also in nerdy news, I watched the 3rd episode of Book of Boba Fett today, right before the show.
I did not because I was in Boston.
Yeah, no spoilers. But I will generally say, have you got Playboy? Did you watch that show at all?
Honestly, like I'm probably gonna get booed off stage for this, but like I'm not big into TV or like those types of shows until they're all the way done.
And then you
because
binge
like,
them.
yeah, because like I don't like fucking waiting for shit. Like I'm really bad on waiting for shit. So like I don't want to be like next Wednesday, yes, and then be like, oh.
So have you ever watched the show Stranger Things?
Nope.
Okay. So do you watch shows on Netflix?
Bro, to be honest, if it's not like Twitch or anime, I probably haven't seen it.
No,
that's
I
fine.
guess.
Just
I
he's
guess
looking for format.
All right, yeah. So anime. So like you want to watch whatever anime show that has a season, and you just sit down and watch the whole season.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get it. Me, I like the weekly releases because it gives me something to look forward to. Because like you, I watch Twitch as my TV. Like I would much rather watch you stream and get involved in your chat and just hang out in my computer chair and lean back and watch it, or put you on my fucking TV and not say anything in chat and be entertained than or Nick or whoever, then watch a TV show.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the Book of Boba Fett, the 2nd episode is the best Star Wars content that we've gotten since the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The 2nd episode is great.
Unbelievable.
I mean, with how great that 2nd episode was, it's hard for an episode to follow it up. So like, I think episode 3 is not trying to be that epic, and it's setting up things for later.
Okay, but
Which is fine. I'm cool with that. You know,
you guys are like making me want to go watch it right now, just hearing like that.
Well, you should listen.
No, man.
Yeah, but you listen. Well, you can wait. Just know episode 2 is the best Star Wars content since the Clone Wars. Hands down. Like you want to feel Star Wars like for what Star Wars was when we were kids. It's episode 2.
I think episode 3 reaches into that a little bit too.
Well, maybe I haven't seen it yet.
A lot on it. Holy
like
shit.
episode 1 is like world building, and episode 2 is like, this is my Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like I watched it and I was like, when it ended, I was like, damn.
Yeah. Episode 2 is it's epic.
It's epic. But going with that, I do understand your point. But like for me, I'm enjoying it. Like I wasn't super excited for the Boba Fett show.
You were super hating on it. You're like, I don't want to hear.
Well, I don't.
Boba Fett.
We
already know Boba Fett.
Well, we do already know Boba Fett.
Get out of the original trilogy.
But
I'm grumpy old man Marcus.
Well, no, but I will say that I was wrong in the sense of, because it gave me the one thing that I said that I wanted. And I'm not going to say it because I don't want, because Playboy hasn't seen it yet. It gave me the one answer that I wanted more than anything else after Return of the Jedi. And it gave it to me. I have the answer. I'm happy. I'm into it. And can we just say that?
You're talking about like the first scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the first scene. Can we just say Fennec Shan is fucking hot? And when she's kicking ass and taking names, it makes her even hotter.
That's fair.
Okay.
Wait, Playboy, have you seen The Mandalorian?
Some of it.
Oh my God.
Well,
it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm not one of those people, like, spoilers don't matter to me. I'm literally
no. We just want, do you know who Fennec Shan is?
I do. That's why I said some of it. And I
okay.
agree.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's all we needed to know.
Yeah. So before you watch Book of Boba Fett, you got to watch both seasons of The Mandalorian.
Oh,
for
fuck.
sure. Yeah. But what's the good news for you is that's all already out. So by the time you finish the 2 seasons of Mando, Boba Fett will probably be done. And you can just binge the whole season too.
I'll just have to do that because literally the last thing I actually binged was that Wheel of Time series. And I just watched all of it because I love that book when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll try it.
So wait, before we move on into like
I actually have one more thing about a show.
Yeah, me too. Go ahead.
have you ever seen the show The Expanse on Amazon Prime?
I've heard it's amazing. I've not seen it though.
So I have to watch it because everybody in my stream is saying it's the best piece of sci-fi content there is. And I loved Battlestar Galactica, the remake, a lot.
Yeah.
And like they're like, this is the best of the best of the best of the best.
Playboy, have you seen it?
I have not.
So
He's like,
something-
damn, bro, what do you do for your life?
Oh
Nothing.
no, dude.
No,
You have
dude.
hey, we all have stuff that we're in, like lanes that we're in, you know. So wait, so if you're a big anime guy, what are your favorites?
Oh man, I'm gonna say the same corny line I always say. Asking me my favorite anime is like asking me my favorite kids. I'm legally obliged to say all of them,
Okay, well that's fair.
but like, I guess my favorite genre.
Give
is
give
just-
like a Mount Rushmore of anime.
Yeah. Then if I got that. So like, it would definitely be like Dragon Ball Z because that's what I grew up with. Like the story, Vegeta is absolutely amazing. That's my favorite character
Me
in
too.
Dragon Ball Z. I feel like
Not
Goku's
me.
super overrated. Goku is the Superman of the show, and he's a bad dad.
Agreed.
He's a deadbeat dad. I can't support Goku. He should
I
be
mean-
on child support.
Yeah, I mean Vegeta's not great either, but
But he's at least there.
that's true.
Goku
He's
is
there when-
like, bye,
there-
get to go fight someone else.
yeah, Vegeta's at least there. That's a good point. I actually have
he's
plans to get
there.
the Majin symbol on my arm, just like the M. So it's like a subtle Dragon Ball Z reference.
I actually have the Majin Vegeta pop just sitting on my desk right now.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Can we just say that there's no better character ever in that show than Frieza?
Frieza.
I love that fucking guy.
If I was going bad guy, I would go Cell. Cell
Yeah,
literally
Cell's dope as
built
fuck.
an arena and was like, if y'all want to fight, come on, let's fucking fight.
Right?
I'll wait on you to
No,
come
I know,
fight
but-
me.
No, I understand that, and I'm with you 100%. But I don't know what it is about Frieza. I just love that character.
Yeah.
But I'm
That's
not
not
the
bad.
biggest Dragon Ball Z guy. You know what I mean? I know a friend of mine plays this Dragon Ball Z mobile game, and he like dominates the people who stream it, and he like gets paired up with them, and he's watching their stream, and they get dominated. And he said that watching the streamers melt when they get destroyed by them, it's hilarious. But I don't play.
I will
mobile.
say that's probably kind of nice to. Usually, you never see the other person, right? But if you can watch their reaction, that's kind of fun.
Right.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Even if you lose, you can be like, type in the chat, "Hey, good game" or whatever, something.
Yeah.
Right.
Besides Dragon Ball Z, do you have other favorites? I know you love a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Dragon
I
Ball
have
Z,
to
I'm
go
like
with
Dragon Ball Z also, but
Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, because Naruto basically, honestly, Dragon Ball Z, once it ended, there was like no other anime that could come close. And then the story
Yeah.
of Naruto, like it's really fucking long. First off, like it is
Yeah.
really, really long. Like it's not
Yeah.
like One Piece long where there's like still making episodes right now.
yeah,
But it is really long. But the storytelling, the world building, the characters, like every character in Naruto feels fully fleshed out. Like they could have their own side story.
yeah,
And that's a really big thing for me. Like when I'm playing a game or like watching something, I want to be like fully invested in the character. So like Sasuke is like one of my favorite characters in Naruto. When you start finding out his backstory and why he makes choices that he makes, like his family was killed, and why he starts to look at the world that way, you're like, holy shit, like this is really deep. And like they put a lot of work into the character development. If it feels like every single character, so like if a character died, you felt that because you automatically understood their backstory. So like Naruto
Yeah.
is definitely like up there for me. I would have to say, so my name, a lot of people ask me this, like my name is SM Playboi,
yeah.
and the SM stands for Spaceman, which actually is like my kind of subtle nod to like one of my favorite animes called Cowboy Bebop. And
Yeah.
like I absolutely love Cowboy Bebop because Spike is like super chill. He's such a great character. The dynamic, the story, all of that shit was there for me. And that was like one of the first animes to ever get me involved. So, the SM is for him being a spaceman, and he was kind of a playboy.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was just a cool name. And that was like my little nod. Like not many people would get that at all, but then it would be a conversation starter or topic or whatever.
Nick, you've never watched Cowboy Bebop?
Don't
That
do
is some of
that.
the best anime ever.
No, I knew that. Yeah, I heard
Don't
the
do that. Don't do that. Don't
I
do
love
that.
it. See, but I'm different. Like, you guys can have your. I'm not into Naruto and
Naruto?
yeah, whatever.
How dare
And-
you?
He said,
and-
"Yeah, whatever. Come on,
Yeah,
don't
like
do
whatever,
that."
and Dragon Ball Z. It's not my style of anime. My favorite anime is Mobile Suit Gundam. Like
Okay,
that.
yeah, I
Okay,
could do that.
and
Yeah,
like Cowboy Bebop is legit. I love it because it's sassy, it's awesome, it's got action. Like I love that show. I did not watch the live action because I didn't want to ruin it.
I heard
yeah
it
I'm
was
glad
terrible.
you didn't. It was so bad.
I heard it was awful.
What's crazy is there's a petition out right now that's got like 12,000 names for them to bring it back, but it was so bad. Like I was excited for that, and I knew against knowing that I shouldn't be excited. It was sad. It was like, why? Like, how could you mess this up? This is the easiest anime to pull off. Like, there's not a lot of crazy sci-fi stuff going on.
Right.
This could have been an easy win for the live action stuff.
I feel like anime is kind of tough to do in live action in general. Like, I don't know if a lot of the anime-ish like expressions and like sidebar jokey things and stuff. I don't know if I'm expressing that correctly, but like, yeah, like a lot of what makes an anime like feel like an anime would sort of be weird in it live action to me, unless you make it. You have to make the live action cartoonish, you know. I don't know if that translates very well. Otherwise, you're just telling the exact like what do they call that? Like storyboarding, like the story of the show. Like unless you're just hitting the plot points in live action, it's kind of hard to make it feel like the same show, you know.
I can agree with that, but I mean, like, if you go look at like Ghost in the Shell, they did that movie, and it wasn't miserably horrible.
Yeah, that's true. Ghost in the Shell was at least a good adaptation. That's a good point. Is it a great movie? No, but I think it was like it's like close enough. That's one of Mark's favorite too.
It wasn't the worst live action thing I've ever seen in my life. Like the Dragon Ball Z live action, I was like, why the fuck did you do this? Why?
Yeah, why bother? Right.
Why did you do this? Like I couldn't understand why they did that. Like I still can't understand. But then when you like compare it with like Ghost in the Shell, it's like, you know what? This is kind of like, okay, cool. You could build off of that.
Right. I can understand. Ghost in the Shell is like you tried and like you did a solid. It's at least solid. You know what I mean? This is acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like, why the hell? Like, I don't understand.
I feel like that happens a lot with video game movies in general. Like the Mortal Kombat movie, the new one.
Ugh.
Like the action's cool and like the literal fighting is cool, but like the plot is all over the place and it's not a good movie.
I don't think that. So like with a lot of those, I don't think that I think that basically they're just like, this is a good franchise, let's try to build on it. And they don't realize like it's deeper than it's just a good franchise. There's a reason why people actually like this.
Yeah.
They just throw something behind it. Like, here's a name. We're going to do this.
I think what also happens too is like you have movie people that are great at making movies, but then the number of people that are great at making movies that are also video game nerds that also are really into that franchise and will understand what makes that franchise great is like nobody. So like you have somebody who doesn't actually know like what makes Mortal Kombat great or what makes, Cowboy Bebop great, that like just knows how to make a movie or knows how to make a Netflix show and trying to understand like quickly to make the show, and it doesn't come out right because you miss the mark because you can't understand that unless you're actually a fan.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can 100% agree with that.
Yeah. Well, it just solved Hollywood's problems for movie and anime adaptations. There we go.
They needed. They needed that.
You're welcome.
Send
Hollywood.
that to them. We need to send that to them immediately because I'm gonna be so sad if they fucking bring out something else like that. It's gonna be so bad. Like,
the Mario movie's coming out for our disappointment shortly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, anyways,
it's gonna be so bad.
In other news, Marcus, do we want to talk about SWTOR stuff?
Sure. In SWTOR news, Jackie Cow. Oh my God.
That's our friend.
That's our friend X Dev. Anyways, Jackie had a post yesterday around 1:30. I have an update concerning the notable change that.
Where are you reading this?
I don't know.
So it says, "Hi everyone, I have an update concerning the notable change that many of you noticed with Kai Zeiken. This is a change that was planned for 7.0. However, it went out earlier than expected. Please note that Kaizen will remain as is until 7.0. When Legacy of the Sith launches, Kai will offer the following: a rotating collection of tacticals, a rotating collection of crafting schematics for tacticals and set bonuses, a new unidentified crate that will give players a piece of set bonus gear from the Spoils of War expansion. This will be similar to the current unidentified unique item crate, but we'll be removing the tacticals since they can be purchased via other means and renaming the crate to better reflect its contents. Apologies for the confusion on the update to Kai's inventory. Sincerely, Jackie.
So basically, with the new gear and everything, they are updating Kaizen. So like old things and new things are going to be available, blah, blah, blah. We also got an update to Galactic Seasons 2 on the PTS. I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's the PTS. I just wanted to read this first section. Hi, all. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you all for the great feedback we have received while Season 2 has been on the PTS, and also provide some updates and clarifications to some of the topics mentioned here. Basically, they've had Season 2 up. There's been some issues. They've been changing some things. And I think they're just basically getting ready for the expansion, and I'm going in completely blind. I don't want to know. I did not go on the PTS. I'm not complaining about the PTS because I'm not on there. But at the same time, it seems to be shaping up like we're exactly 1 month away. And it's, how do I say it? I'm hoping
cautiously optimistic.
I'm hoping that like starting tomorrow, quote unquote, we start getting some information about it. Like they start hyping it up, maybe get a trailer, or maybe get a live stream, because I would say if there was hype, that train is like 4.5 hours away from Austin, maybe even across country. There's like zero hype right now. So they're going to have to bring the hype back. But speaking of hype, on February 22nd, 2022, Destiny 2's new expansion, Witch Queen, comes out.
Dun, dun, dun.
Look at that picture, Nick. Can you see that, Playboy? Like, look at that picture in the notes, right? It is a picture of the Witch Queen with her servants in the dark, and her servants have the ghosts that give the light to the Guardians, which is us. And oh my God, Nick, can you read that first and then the last quote she has right here? See it here to here, right underneath the picture, and then it stops just that single line.
Shapes?
Yep.
Oh, I thought there's something cut off.
No,
okay.
I'm terrible at copying pasting.
Yeah, clearly. You just got copy without format.
Shut up.
It's so easy.
It's okay. I'm terrible. Okay.
You just got to stop using only 2 fingers to type.
It's never ever.
So anyways, it says Sister of Shapes, Sword Breaker, Witch Queen, which of my many names lives on your lips as you weave your story around me? Even as you tread carefully through my courtyard among those who worship the light I have gifted, would you deny me the virtue of this power? There's not that much more. Hold on. Your answers are telling, Guardian. Ponder them and question those who promised your clarity in the face of all you see here. Listen as their voice wavers, and as you lift your new steel from the heart of your forge, you ask yourself, what force wields you? I await you, Guardian. Step into my throne world and behold the truth.
Dude.
Damn.
That sounds cool. I am so excited for this game, Nick.
Who the heck writes that?
I don't know, but I wish everybody could play this game with me. Like, it is so good. Like, I'm a first-person shooter player at heart, and I'm an MMO player at heart, and this, like, meshes them together.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Like, I like grinding, where Nick maybe doesn't like grinding.
No, not really.
And, like, right. And, like, for me, I'm just like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm so freaking thrilled for that. Okay. So today we got an update and it says, we're back, baby. TWAB. So I'm a complete noob to Destiny. I have no idea what TWAB has been for like months. And today I figured it out. It's this week at Bungie.
You could have just Googled that.
That made you sound so fucking old.
Yeah, right. Why don't you just Google TWAB?
Because I am fucking old and I just was like, whatever, and I don't have time.
That
like
would have given you more reason to Google it.
I
Right.
know. But
What the real question is, what did you think it stood for? That's what I'm curious. Like,
I didn't even think. I just thought it was what they called their updates.
Okay, time out. So you're saying TWAB, you don't know what that means, but then at the top, the title in giant 24-point font in all bold says "This Week at Bungie."
I learned it today because this is the first time I ever read a TWAB.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I don't think they're called a TWAB. I don't know if you should call them that. That sounds
that's
like you're
what they
really
call
old.
Yeah, it says right here, we're back, baby. TWAB is alive and well, and we're excited for what's next in the upcoming launch of the Witch Queen.
Wait a minute. That's not what it says. It says we're back, baby. Not we're back, baby TWAB is alive and well.
Baby TWAB.
It's not a baby TWAB.
Oh my god, you guys are such jerks to me.
Who's baby TWAB?
You're just trying to figure out who this baby TWAB is.
Is that like Baby Yoda?
Any of us have to take care of it because I call not it.
Not it. Not a great. Do not enjoy
SM Playboi. It's been really nice having you on the show. Nick, it's been nice knowing you. I'm out.
He's going to take care of baby TWAB, guys. Don't worry. He'll be back.
Anyways, so they gave us huge updates. The artifact mods update, insert orbs meme here. Oh, that's the fucking, oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Anyways, there's some crazy things changing. Like, I've been playing this. I'm super excited. I'm not going through all this because it's the first time I'm actually talking about Destiny news on the podcast. I have to like figure out what it is I want to talk about versus not,
and get better at copy and pasting.
Well, that's clear. But I am so excited for all of this. Just to be honest, super excited. Lastly, you all should play Destiny, and if you do, join the Nerds community because we're playing this all the time. But the only downside to this game is it's based off of a 3-man fire team, and it makes it hard for everybody to play.
Yeah, I feel only 3 people is kind of tricky.
Right. Well, there is like 6-man content, but for new players, it makes it tough to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I tried to play Destiny like a long time ago and just like, cause I'm kind of like you. Like I love the MMO vibe and I do like shooters. So I was like, fuck it. Let me try this. This looks dope. You know, it's like some space shoot 'em up, whatever. Let's try it, whatever. And like the story, I actually sat there and watched the entire Destiny story, like from the beginning all the way to where it's at now, like on a YouTube video. And it was 3 hours long. And my attention span is like a goldfish. And the story of Destiny is like some of the best content ever written that I've ever consumed. Like it is really, really, really good. And I tried to start playing the game and just got bored immediately. Just like, I don't really have anybody to play with.
It is much more fun with friends.
I was like, fuck this game. But I might, because I mean, you play it a lot. You've got Kat playing it. You got the entire Nerds community. I did ask in there, what if I, like downloaded it and got it on my PC, like with the stuff transfer from my Xbox, and they told me how to set that stuff up. I did set it up, so maybe.
Whoa! Maybe. You've heard it here first. SM Playboy's breaking out as Guardian.
Maybe I may, get back on my Warlock and see what's up. I don't know, but it's possible.
The best thing I can tell you is just go play it. Just play it. And you give it a chance, and I'll come play with you. We can, like, if you need to get your light level up or whatever, we'll go to the moon. We'll kill this boss 100 times. We'll get your light level up. But, like, for me, it's mostly hanging out with your friends. You do your weekly shit once you're at, like, the soft cap, gear cap. And, like, do it. Rad Dad, another friend of ours, has started playing it, and we got him to his level cap, soft cap, and then he's just grinding with us. It's great. We've had a lot of fun. Yeah, it's It's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. In AIE news,
Tuesdays is the place to be in AIE, where we have our, especially in Star Wars Old Republic, Tuesdays are fun open guild night called Mandatory Fun Night, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. This weekly event runs every Tuesday from 9 p.m. Starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there if you want to have fun. How about every Friday?
not Friday.
What day is hard mode Flashpoint?
Oh, it's Mondays.
Sorry, every Monday.
No, the first first Friday of every month. Oh my god.
This is what happens when we don't write it in the notes.
Oh my god.
Our Ron Burgundy.
It's because I deleted it.
I know. So the first Friday of every month is hard master mode Flashpoints, which is the most difficult piece of small group content, meaning like 4 players. Right?
Yes.
4 players. And it's like a 45-minute to an hour piece of story content. That's pretty awesome. It's the most difficult kind. We usually use those to grind for different mounts and things like that as the rewards, which is awesome. So it helps folks get cool mounts at Star Wars Old Republic. Also, the 4th Saturday of every single month is pretty awesome.
It is?
Yes.
What's the 4th Saturday? Do you know what Saturday means, SM Playboi?
Sleep.
No.
Actually, no, for me, work. So.
Well, okay. That's like a regular Saturday, but this is 4 Saturdays combined into one. Do you know what 4 Saturdays sound like?
For me, like hell.
Well,
for us
in AIE, it sounds like Saturday, 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 and it's Mega, the monthly Epic Guild activity. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. It's Mega.
Oh my god.
Brought to you by Power Thirst. Go look that video up.
Oh my god.
That made me like really excited, and I don't know why. I was just like, I was honestly looking at my phone real quick to like answer a text, and I just like stopped looking and started looking at the screen and was like, wait, like I'm expecting like some explosions all of a sudden on my screen, and I was just so drawn into that just now.
That's the best.
Mega's great. Mega is Marcus's baby. That's his monthly Epic Guild activity. You do all kinds of crazy fun things with the AIE folks in Star Wars Old Republic, doing all kinds of fun stuff. You've done like Where in the World is SEMA San Diego, where like one of our other guildies goes and hides somewhere, and you have to do like a around the world in 60. That's not the right word. The Amazing Race style, like go get the clues and find the person. Go hop clue to clue around the game, which is cool.
Yeah, and I'm super excited because Mega's coming back in the new year. We didn't obviously do December because of the holidays.
Yeah.
But Mega is back Saturday, January 29th. We're back. I do have a big idea for what we're going to do when we come back, but that's a couple weeks away.
Yep.
Follow the AIE Discord to get updates on Mega.
And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org and jump in the Discord info, the link for which you can find in the top right-hand portion of the website. And whether or not you play Timeout, get the Discord link at aie-guild.org in the top right-hand corner and ask for a guild invite in the Discord. Whether or not you play Star Wars Old Republic or any of the other games we play, including Destiny 2 and Guild Wars 2 and maybe Icarus, if SM Playboi gets involved, and Halo Infinite, and all the things, we would love to have you.
Nick, it's been an hour and
a
half. You definitely have to pee.
I do, as per usual, so we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we're talking all Playboy all the time. Specifically, SM Playboi.
Ooh.
Ooh.
SM Playboi, before anything else, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
You can definitely find me every night, damn near 5 nights a week, twitch.tv/SM Playboi with the Bang Gang, of course, hanging out, vibing, playing some SWTOR, the only game that exists.
Excellent.
Oh, wait a minute. How did the Bang Gang community get created?
So basically, I always thought it was like kind of a funny thing. I said it like jokingly Because I drink a lot of Bang, like probably way too much, like definitely way more than I should. That's like safe, but I drink a lot of it because like my job's really physical anyway, so I burn all that shit out. And then we were just joking about it, and I was like, "That's a funny play on words. Like it kind of sounds like gang bang, kind of sounds like bang gang. Like let's just use that." And it just stuck, and it's so funny because like 2 or 3 months into like me streaming or whatever, I met this other streamer that's literally what they call their community. Like my channel points are called Bang Bucks. Their channel points are called Bang Bucks. And there's a clip which is hilarious. Somebody clipped me saying like, "So we're Bang Bros now." And you know, if you know what Bang Bros is,
Of course, yes.
then it was just hilarious. And somebody clipped it. So like I always thought it was just like a really cool, funny name. Someone when people could laugh at when they hear it, and then people just know, you know, my love and obsession with Bang.
That's great. I yeah, that's why I used that in the intro. I was like the bangest bro and all of well anyways. So tell us, why did you start streaming, or like how did you get into streaming initially?
So I actually started streaming earlier last year, and it's been literally something I've been wanting to do my entire life. Like Twitch has always been something that's dope to me. Like the interactive side of it, just watching, being able to actually like watch your favorite actor basically, or your favorite personality, and interact with them and vibe with them and know them on like a human level. So I always thought that like that was dope, super 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 dope. And I feel like interactions like that is going to be the future of entertainment, especially like if you look at like the trends. Like I'm really big on trends because, you know, my day job, marketing and different things like that. I'm really big on trends. And if you look at the way that the trends are going, like such as Facebook gaming and, you know, Meta and YouTube and Twitch, of course, being like a pioneer, like I always think that like that is going to be the new norm for television. Because like I went back, if we talk earlier when we were talking, and like if you're watching Law and Order SVU, which I love Law and Order SVU, I think Olivia is fucking amazing. You know, Mariska Hargitay is like a great actress. But if you go back and like if you're able to watch her and yell, "Olivia, don't fucking go over there," and she turns and she was like, "Yo, Playboy, I'm not gonna go over there," like that immediately adds an extra layer of value to what you're watching. That one-on-one thing. And so I was talking to my older brother, and I just had like a really rough year last year, like, or actually when COVID first started, I had a really really rough year. Because I was doing, you know, the corporate life deal and being senior sales director and managing an entire 30-person department and blah 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 blah, all this great stuff. But it was like corporate life just is not for me. Like I couldn't be the person that I am. I had to like basically be somebody completely different, because when you're dealing with people's money, they don't want to hear, you know, dark jokes or me talking about Bang or anything like that. Like that, it's not what they want. So like I had to really 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 switch up who I was as a person. And, you know, that brought a lot of different things that I wasn't comfortable with, like firing people because of COVID, or, you know, because of stuff that we didn't need to fire them for. And like I said, long story short, I ended up being asked to resign because I couldn't do that. Like it was just something I couldn't do. Like I was asked to fire everybody. And instead, I brought a plan that was like, hey, we can keep everybody and still stay profitable if we do this. But that wasn't, you know, in the company's best interest. And, you know, I'm not salty about it. It is what it is. Things happen. But it did really make me start re-questioning, like, well, who am I now? Like, I've been this same corporate guy, you know, for so long. Like, who am I? What actually makes me happy? Like, what do I enjoy? And, you know, video gaming has always been my escape, like no matter what. Like I don't care, as far back as like Game Boy game days and I'm playing, you know, Pokemon Red and Blue and stuff like that. Like it has always been my escape. And so my brother told me, he's like, hey man, why don't you know, you're always talking about Twitch and talking about streaming, why don't you just do it? And I was like, nah, probably not gonna do that. And he's like, dude, why don't you just fucking do it? Stop being a little bitch and fucking do it.
Right.
And it's like basically like word for word what his argument was. Like, stop being a little bitch and just fucking do it.
Nick said the same thing to me in Nick's way.
Yeah.
I said, dude, I think I'm going to start streaming. And he's like, well, why aren't you doing it? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, dude, stop talking about it then. Or something like that. It was something like suck less
and just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anybody who wants to stream games Like, you can talk about it until you're blue in the face. You can say, oh, I got to prepare, but just click go live.
Yeah.
Because until you click that go live button for the first time, you have no idea what to expect. Whether you're like, the first time I clicked go live, you know who was there? Nick.
Yep.
The entire hour and a half stream, Nick was sat there and made fun of me on stream in the chat to keep me going. Same thing when Nick's first day streaming, same thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, and until you click go live, you don't know. But then once you do it, like, you'll find out quick if you're made for it or not.
100% agreed.
And you are made for it.
Well, like so my very first time, like I was streaming, I don't know if you guys, because you might actually have heard of this game, Marcus, that the game Outriders, that was the first game I was streaming, because I was so fucking excited for Outriders. Like, I was like, dude, this game, I was so hyped. Like, I mean, you know, if you have an Xbox, you know what this means, which I moved to New Zealand so that I could, you know, play it a little bit extra early. And it was like I was so fucking excited for that game. And I mean, it sucks that, you know, it kind of basically killed itself out, and like the content just died almost overnight. It was like an Anthem situation. And I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. And I just kept meeting like amazing people over and over and over and over. And I was like, damn, this is dope. Well, I would already be playing the game for hours at a time. Why not just send it? And so literally, like, I remember the conversation, I was talking to my girl and I was telling her like, hey, I think I'm really going to do this. And she's like, well, if you want to, then just do it. And it went from me just, all right, well, how? Okay, well, don't get caught in the how, just do it, to like, you know, I end up buying, you know, my gaming stuff as far as like my laptop, my capture card, all that stuff, and just going all the way. And like, honestly, that's like one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. Like, I'm super happy. Like I said, that rough patch that I went through of retrying to find myself, like, streaming has become not only like a coping mechanism. Like, I have a rough day at work, I could just come stream and talk shit to everybody and hang out.
Yeah.
But it's just also been like a way that I can reach people and really have fun. And like, one of the newer things that I actually have that I've developed that has taken me a little while to get down is like, I've been really diving into like the SWTOR RP world. And the reason why is so like everybody's favorite fandom was at one point someone's fanfic. And I like firmly believe that, like, if we're talking about Destiny, if we're talking about, you know, SWTOR, George Lucas, that was his fanfic at one point. He was sitting down, nerding out, and just thinking about science fiction and thinking about all the things that he liked, and created an amazing fucking world that now we get to live in, and we get to discuss, and we get to talk about Lana, and we get to talk about, you know, Bae Vizsla, and we get to talk about all of these things because his fanfic became something that was epic. And so with SWTOR, for me, I've been just reading and diving into these small pockets of RP community. And there's a lot of people that RP that I didn't even realize it. And I've been just reading these fanfics and just being a part of the events that they're doing. And it's been just amazing. So one of the things that I got super excited about was like, well, how do I bridge the gap? How do I make, you know, RP and SWTOR, which is actually kind of dry, kind of boring, kind of like, you know, a fringe thing. How do we make that so other people can enjoy it and can see these amazing stories and these amazing events that are being put together using a lot of the existing lore of SWTOR, of Star Wars universe and all of that. And so we created this thing called TSRP, which is basically the Society role-playing community. And all it is it just bridges the gap between all of the role play communities. And instead of you using some of the traditional /say to say whatever and speak and role play speak, we're literally using Discord voice and comms and stuff like that. And we did episode 1 this past Monday, and it was amazing. Like, the turnout was great. People really enjoyed it. We had a guy that we're working on a campaign now called the Cult of Malgus, which is surrounding Darth Malgus and a lost apprentice. And I'm so fucking excited, like, as if this has become an expansion of its own in SWTOR, where we're really living through what this guy has. And one of the things that I've seen in SWTOR, where people would be like, well, I don't like RP because it restricts, like, you can only use these titles. Like, we're not doing any of that. This is just basically like, hey man, if you want to experience someone's story that they're writing, this is how. And like, I'm really excited. I'm actually today I got linked with a role-playing community, and they've been doing like Republic side trooper role play where like their whole thing is military based, and I've been meeting a lot of them, and I'm going to be diving into their community and helping them become a part of TSRP. But it has been absolutely awesome, like the way that they've formatted everything, the way that they've done everything. And to me, like I said, it's just been amazing. So that's kind of like wrapping up like why I like SWTOR, why I like role play, like some of the stuff that I like, blah blah blah, that type of crap.
When you do your role play, do you find yourself to want to play yourself as you, or do you like role playing as an imaginary character?
Honestly, it's a little bit of both. So like in any RP game that I'm playing, or like, you know, RPG game that I'm playing, it's always like how I would look at stuff, right? And I always like, my character is kind of like a mirror version of me anyways. So like, it's always going to be like, well, what would Playboi actually do in this situation? But like, so like my favorite person right now that I'm playing, like my class, I guess you would say, is, you know, a Sith assassin. So like, I do kind of put that influence in there. Like, what would I do as an assassin?
Right. Okay. That's awesome. What is your favorite game of all time?
I mean, I'd have to say Pokemon, even though I love SWTOR. Pokemon is just everything.
Wow. Great answer. Which, do you have a particular like generation that's your favorite?
I would have to say, like, you know, I'm definitely partial to the nostalgic Gen 1 and Gen 2, even as far as Gen 3.
Yeah. Same.
But like, even the newer ones, like I love Sword and Shield, and like the concept that they had, that they were supposed to continue it and keep it going and just adding content to it. Like, I thought that was going to be amazing. But, you know, they kind of just went back on that. But like, I'm so hyped. The 28th Legends of Arceus is coming. It's supposed to be an open world Pokemon game that I think is going to change the way Pokemon is looked at. Like, this new Diamond and Pearl remake was kind of ass, if we're being like super real. It was,
yeah,
it's full of exploits, full of all types of crap. It's just like,
I get you. So,
go ahead. I was just gonna say, is for me, like, it's last week actually, Nick, and I'm just bringing this up because Nick wasn't here last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always say, like, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is my favorite game of all time. But lately, because we've been asking this question so much, and I said this last week to Doc, every time the question gets asked, the first game that pops in my mind is Mass Effect 2. Every single time. And last week I was like, you know, I do love Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but the more I think about it, and like, it's ingrained in my head, Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time.
I think that's a more accurate answer than Castlevania Symphony of the Night, because I feel like that you played that so long ago.
Yeah, but dude, I don't think you understand how many times I played that game over and over and over again.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I loved that game. Like, I never, other than Mass Effect 2, like, I never had a game that I like paused to go eat and then ran back down to the PlayStation 1 to keep going. Like, it was always like, okay, save, shut it off, and I'll be back in a day. Like, I could not stop playing Castlevania. But yes, that's it. Anyways.
I think I know the answer to this, but are you more of a PC or a console guy?
honestly, I was more of a PC guy. Like, you couldn't tell me Xbox wasn't the best thing in the world. And then I started playing on PC and was like, why the fuck did I ever buy a console in my life?
Right, that's the same here. I feel like that's everybody who gets like a solid PC. Like, if you get a PC that runs your favorite games, like your favorite new games at least 60 frames, you go like, okay, why would I ever go back?
Yeah, and like, it's so weird. So like, I play so much like on my PC or my laptop or whatever. Like, I was thirsty. Like, I was waiting in line, everything you could think of for the Xbox Series X to come out.
Yeah.
And now my girl has it and she plays one game that literally does not do justice to the console, but she plays one game.
What game?
What game? Yeah.
It's called Bless Unleashed. It was a game I used to play. It's an MMO.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, she's really into it. I got her into it, kind of tricked her into it, basically.
Yeah.
But then she just got addicted to it. I basically tricked her like this. I was like, well, hey, you can make a character on my account. And if you like it, we can get you your own account. And so she made a character on my account, and then she liked it, and she was damn near max level. And I was like, well, in order for you to play on your own, you're going to have to make your own account. And that's when I knew she was like hooked to the game, because like the look of utter sadness that she had to grind out damn near another max character. I was like, oh yeah, she's hooked. But now she has like 2 or 3 characters. She plays all the time, plays on mic with her friends, all that good stuff. And like, I like it because, she has her own game that she can play. So she understands when I'm like, hey, really trying to, do whatever I'm trying to do, whether or not like swoop races and Swoop Tour right now. And she's like, okay.
I understand.
That's great. That's awesome. So our next question is extremely important.
It's
All right.
like, this is for me, this is really important. It's not the most important question for me, but
Shit.
Wait, hold on. Which one are we asking?
the next one in line, but like,
No. We should save that for later.
Okay.
I feel like we should do this
then
one.
it is the most important question for me.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Yeah.
I gotta go with like anything Oreo flavored.
Does it have Oreo in it or Oreo flavored?
Yeah.
Anything with Oreos and ice cream is a go.
Okay, so like, so what you're saying is,
like, I guess we
and
could say,
cream.
I guess we could say just that for like the generic gift. Cookies and cream, that'll work.
I can actually accept that. Like, we've had some ridiculous answers to that over the time, but like I can understand.
Who said pistachio?
Was it
Why?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I think it was H-Trax.
I'm like, of all the flavor, we roasted that person.
Wait, was it H-Trax or S? What was Stay Alive's?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
There's too many ice cream.
It was either H-Trax or Stay Alive that their favorite ice cream was pistachio.
I swear, it better not be Stay. I'm gonna roast him. So why would pistachio be anybody? That's like saying like prune.
Say
Why?
Thank you.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Like, what's your favorite fruit? Prune. Why? That's
nobody eats that because you want to eat it. Oh my
that's
God.
like, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I want to do it in style. So I'm going to eat some pistachio ice cream. I know it's going to help me. Why would you just go to the store and be like, ooh, you know what I really got a taste for? Pistachio ice cream.
Or like,
why?
Pistachio ice cream is like, you go to a restaurant, right? And you order like, they're like, oh yes, we have the house-made cheesecake. It comes with a scoop of on special today. Like, and you like half listen to it, and they really finish saying, oh yes, it has a scoop of our house pistachio ice cream. And you're like, you get it, and you're like, wait, what is this? Like mint chocolate chip or something? Why is that with my cheesecake? And it's pistachio.
And then you just throw it away. Like you throw it at the waiter and say, get that shit out of here.
Right.
Like, I don't even know why that would even be an ice cream. Like, I don't know who decided to do that. Like, they're just sitting in the ice cream factory and they're just like,
you know what's going to be a great flavor? Like imagine any other like nut being an ice cream flavor, right? Like you know what's going to be a great ice cream flavor? Ben and Jerry's. Here we go. It's going to be
sunflower seed
or Brazil nut.
Like, why?
Like why?
Like, why? Like, literally no one stopped them from that, and it became a thing.
Right.
No one told them like.
Well, so here's the craziest part: is years ago, there's a local ice cream place around us, and it's pretty big around here. Like,
which one?
Friendly's.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty big.
That's national, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but they had ads in the paper that for like ice cream testers. So like whoever made this fucking pistachio ice cream, they went through ice cream testers and got passed.
Oh, that's true.
Like,
so
it got passed
only
through.
Thing I can think the reason why they passed it is weed's legal now. So they probably were like, you know what? I'm so baked right now. What's a good idea? Dude, I'm totally gonna go test some ice cream. And then like he's like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna that's exactly his like, yeah. And then they went there and they sat down and they're fried. And there's like, here, eat this. He's like, what is this? This is the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Bro, it's like,
my God,
salty and savory pistachios, but ice cream, man.
It's so fucking good. And then they got and they were like, what the fuck did I just eat?
Right.
Like,
what did we do?
That? He's like, dude, did we eat? What did we eat? He's like, I don't know why. He's like, I got like some green stuff in my teeth. It just looks weird. Like, who told them to pass that?
I don't know.
We need a recount.
It's a terrible idea. Run it back.
We need a
Rewind.
recount.
So what are your stream goals? What are your goals for stream?
So I posted this on Twitter actually the other day. So like my goals are really weird. Like right now, like my actual concrete goal is I'd like to hit like 1,000, followers before my 1 year of streaming is up, which I guess it'll be like up around April or May or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something doable. Like if I'm looking at like my metrics on how many followers I get a stream and stuff like that. But like honestly, like my real goals, my real goals is as long as someone comes into my stream and has a good time, like I'm 1,000% happy with that. Like as long as someone comes in and they leave happy or laughing or smiling, then I feel like I accomplished my goal as a streamer. Because like, dude, like listen, for 100% fact, I know when Marcus goes live because I go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's too early, sir.
Oh fuck, I know. And it's every weekend. I'm fucked. But I know when Marcus goes live, and when I'm not at work, guess what? I could literally have Marcus on one monitor and have somebody else on one monitor and just be cracking up, laughing and hanging out. And that is my TV. So like when someone hops into my stream, I always tell people like, and I 100% mean it. Like, I don't give a fuck if you sub. I really don't give a fuck if you follow, even with the goal of wanting to hit 1,000. Like if you leave here and this comes up in the conversation with your friends, like, dude, I was watching this guy and it was fucking hilarious. That's when I'm like, yes, I did a good job. So like, that's like my main goal. As far as other concrete goals, like I said the 1,000 follower thing. But I want to like do more as far as SWOTOR is concerned, like on TikTok, because there's like not a SWOTOR presence on TikTok at all. But it is so fucking hard for me to not open TikTok and then be stuck there watching funny videos for the next hour.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's hard for me to post there because like I'll be meaning to post, and then I'll be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
And
You
I'm
just
like,
start
"Oh my
scrolling.
God." Yeah.
Exactly.
It's, they figured out that if you can keep somebody constantly scrolling on a video and no load time, people will stay glued to it.
Dude, TikTok fucking has it.
Yeah,
Literally.
I don't have
God.
it. I do not have it. But I will say this. So in China, so they have TikTok there, but if
I saw they're making a kids friendly version of that.
No, they do have it in kids friendly version is if you're under 13 or maybe it's 15. Yeah, if you're under 15, you'll get a funny video of something like a dancer doing something stupid. But if you scroll like you skip the video, it'll give you science experiment videos to teach kids how to do science.
Damn.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is actually pretty dope. Like that makes
think about how smart their kids are about to be.
Fucking geniuses,
right?
Okay, awesome. But hold on. Look, on the topic of kids, I don't know. So, like Marcus, I just had a newborn, and I have a 1-year-old. I am convinced, right? This is my out of the box theory. So, like, I don't know if this is real. I am convinced these pandemic babies are born different, right? So, like, I have a 1-year-old. And this motherfucker, first off, he's big as shit. Like I'm big. I'm a bigger guy, I'm 6'3", 6'2", whatever. So I'm a bigger guy. But first off, he's tall as shit. He's already almost as tall as my 8-year-old. But he's already so fucking smart. He's letting himself in and out of the baby gate, no problem. So like that doesn't stop him anymore. He's going wherever the fuck he wants to. When he wants juice, he goes to the refrigerator and opens it. He can't pour the juice yet, but he opens it and lets you know, hey bro, what are you doing with your life? Come get me this juice. Like he is so fucking smart. Like he's throwing stuff away in the garbage now. He's walking up on his newborn brother, just patting him on the head and giving him a kiss. And I'm like, I don't think babies were this smart. And I don't know if it's this pandemic that's just making these babies like extremely smart. Like my 1-year-old is, or not my newborn, he's fresh. He's fresh out of the oven. He's only like 3 weeks old and he's already like holding his head up and looking around. I'm like, what are you looking at?
Damn. So
How the
you're
fuck
getting
is
so you're getting zero sleep.
What is sleep? That is why we're addicted to bang. What is sleep? Who
Fair
sleeps
enough.
anymore?
Not Marcus.
No.
Okay. Wait a minute. Marcus, do you have a question to ask?
I do. I love this question because I have a couple and it means a lot to me. What's your favorite stream moment?
Oh man, that is a hard question because like right now I have a lot, to be honest. I think right now my favorite stream moment would be my 24-hour stream. I've only done one 24-hour stream. And
One more than Marcus.
Man, it is hard. I want to do another one. I just don't know when or for what. Like maybe if I hit the 1K mark, then I may do a 24-hour stream and say fuck it. I don't know yet.
So you should do a subathon.
I will never do a subathon. Oh my god, I'm terrified of that because like I have trolls in my chat that would literally just go throw bits and stuff like that and just be like, "Oh, 24 hours? That's the cap? Bet you're doing it."
Well, so just prepare for 24 hours.
Fuck, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Well,
Oh
what's
my
what's the difference if you do a subathon to 24 hours or you do a 24-hour stream?
I don't know. That is a good question. I don't have an answer to.
See, yeah. Or you do like a 12-hour stream and then right at the 12-hour mark you turn on the subathon for up to 12 hours.
That'll be, I don't know. I think so. No. So answering the question, my 24-hour stream, I've done one, and making it 24 hours, and then people just come in like when I started this, I never expected anybody to like sub to me or anything. Like that was, I literally thought like, who the fuck is gonna sub to me? Like I have a crazy sense of humor. I'm playing Star Wars. I'm a super fucking nerd. Like right now, you guys can probably hear my kid running around in the background. So like I'm super family oriented, and like I know that. I'm like, no one is ever going to subscribe to me, and just the outpouring of support and stuff like that. Like, dude, there's a clip where I'm literally just talking about it. I'm like, I knew the words like and fuck and holy shit. And that was the only words that I knew because I was just so like happy that people liked my content enough to want to be like, dude, we're going to subscribe to this guy. Like we're going to give bits to this guy. Like I was shocked, and I'm still shocked anytime somebody decides to be like, hey, Playboy, we want to subscribe to you. I always tell them like that's something you don't need to do, and whatever. But like it still makes me smile. Like I'm smiling hard as fuck right now, even thinking about it, because like people are coming out of their pocket, and like that combined with the fact that they're giving me the most valuable resource that anybody has, which is their time. And they're like, dude, I like you enough to here's money. And I also like you enough to still hang around and hang with you. Like that feeling right there is just like, just phenomenal. So like, I believe it's probably that combined with, I actually did $100 giveaway at one point, like $100 cash. Yeah, I did $100 cash giveaway one time. Cause so like with my Twitch pay, I basically just dump it all back into the stream, in some way, whether or not it's giveaway, whether or not it's something, I dump it back into the stream. And so I did $100 giveaway, and I was like, well, if you're in America and you have Cash App, I'm like, just give me your Cash App and I'm going to give you cash. And, if you're one of my international, followers or viewers, I'm going to just send you $100, gift card from Amazon, because that's basically cash. Yeah. So one of the guys that ended up winning, his name was Ace. He won, and I was like, well, what do you want to do with it? He's like, well, I have a friend that's been streaming, and they just hit affiliate. He was like, I can do anything with it, right? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, will you donate that to him? I was like, bet. What do you want to do? Gifted subs, a straight donation? He was like, well, would you do subscriptions? I was like, bet. So we went on there live during the giveaway, and I pulled up the guy's Twitch, and I was like, yo, what's up, man? He's like, how you doing? And it was this guy's birthday too. So it's like, hey, I heard it's your birthday. And he's like, yeah, it is. Thank you. He's playing a ranked match in Apex. And he's like, yeah, man, it is my birthday. Thank you for coming through. Really appreciate it. He's so interactive with his chat. He's just chilling. And then bam, I just hit him. And he's like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, dude, I'm going to fucking die. Oh, my God. what the fuck is this? And he's just freaking out. And I'm only doing
Yeah.
it by like $20 at a time. And then I get the whole thing through, and I was like, Ace said happy birthday. Congrats, my guy. And like that will forever be like, those two will forever be like the most memorable times, because Ace literally could have took that $100 and been cool. Like that's nice. That's gas money for somebody. That's a phone bill or something, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And instead he was like, I want to donate this to my friend who's been chasing his dreams, and I just want to encourage him to continue to chase his dreams. Like that just hit me right in the fucking feels. And I was like, yes, I want to be a part of that.
Hell yeah, that's amazing. I love making other people's day like that. That's the best.
Yes.
Marcus, I think, is the same way.
Yes. I can respect that a lot. And everybody has their stream moment or that they'll never forget. And honestly, some of my best stream moments are when I get to bring the nerds community to somebody else's channel.
Yeah.
Those
just
are
like make their day, you know?
Well, it's not even that, just to see their face light up when 5 people, 10 people, one person comes in and then that person follows them. And then a week later, you stop by said streamer's channel and that person who followed them is in their chatting.
Yeah.
That makes me
That's
so
cool.
happy.
Yeah.
Like, so happy.
All right.
This is it. This is the moment we all have been waiting for.
This is the question that defines all questions. I'm just kidding. The question is, who is your favorite, or whom is your favorite Star Wars character of all time?
Oh man. Playboy leaves chat. That is such a hard question because I have 2 answers.
Okay.
Well, you can give 2.
Yeah. Let's hear him.
Okay.
You got to say why, obviously.
Yeah. So like, hands down, I love Mace Windu.
Okay.
One of my most favorite characters. So like, you know, we're from America. So like I could say this, like being a black nerd is different, right? Like growing up in my community, it is weird being a black nerd. Like you don't go around your other black friends and be like, bro, oh my fucking God, did you just see what happened on Bleach and that Ichigo did? They're like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And so like,
Right.
I can't go to them and be like, oh my God, bro, Star Wars. Oh my, they're like, dude, look, I'm watching Kobe right now, my guy. So
Right.
I don't have time for that nerd shit. So like for me growing up and seeing someone that I can identify with as far as race, like that was like, oh my God, like fuck Barack Obama being president. Bitch, you telling me I can be a fucking Jedi? I'll take some of that. Like that was a huge thing for me. Like growing up, seeing like people that I can identify with was just like so dope and such an amazing character. And Samuel L. Jackson just adds a whole nother dynamic to that role. It's just like, dude, it makes me super, super happy to be able to like point him out and be like, yeah, purple lightsaber, I need that. Like that is so dope for him to be that guy.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know, like that always like held a soft spot in my heart. Like even if you look at, a lot of people don't even know this, so this is like a little Easter egg. Like if you look at one of my emotes, it's me as an assassin, but with a purple lightsaber, because that's my little homage to, you know, Mace Windu and the purple lightsaber. And a lot of people have no idea. They don't even notice it. Like if you look at my Discord pic, it's me as an assassin with my little nerd glasses, my robe, and holding up the purple lightsaber. Now, granted, it's a double, you know, bladed lightsaber, but that's my homage to him, because like I already loved Star Wars, period. Like I always thought Star Wars was amazing. Like I feel like it's an amazing community. It's an amazing story. It's a story that kind of basically, no matter what you're going through, like there is a way to triumph. And like whether or not you're looking at the light side or the dark side, like there's problems in everything, and there's always some sort of solution. As long as we come together, you know, we can find that solution. And I just that always was amazing to me. And I think my second favorite, that's like literally tied with Mace Windu, would have to be Darth Vader, because like when you go back and look at Anakin and look at what led him down the path to the dark side, like I feel like most of us honestly would have made a lot of those same choices. Like
Yeah.
you're in love, you're afraid that she's gonna die, you're afraid that everything that you didn't have growing up, like he didn't have a family, you're a little slave kid, you didn't have all this stuff, and then now all this stuff starts coming to you. You start being able to feel love, you start being able to feel compassion, and that's gonna be gone. I feel like a lot of us could have made that same decision, and a lot of us would have probably become Vader. So like
Right.
seeing Vader, like just the character progression of that, like again, that goes back to why I love Star Wars, because of the stories, because you can get so attached to a character and just start looking back and just be like, wow, that is crazy to see them get from this point and then to finally see him redeemed in the end. It was like, damn, we just came full circle. Like people aren't bad, but sometimes we have to make decisions that could lead us down a weird path.
Absolutely. I think those are both great choices, particularly for like the reasons you picked them. I mean, I think all of us can obviously relate to Anakin's like transformation and like whole character arc. Because like if you put yourself in his shoes, yeah, we would probably all make similar decisions. It makes sense that he makes the choices that he does. But I love Mace Windu too for different reasons. I just like a gray sort of Jedi using the dark side of the Force a little bit too.
The only downside to Samuel L., he didn't get to say motherfucker.
I swear that would have made it so much more.
Like just one time.
Oh my God. Just one scene where he's like, these motherfucking Jedi. Oh man. What?
Or like after he just chops off Jango's head, just motherfucker or something like that.
That would have been perfect. That would have been the perfect place to put it.
Chop his head off. You see the helmet roll, then you just have like an upshot of Samuel with like the Geonosis sun glinting behind him. He's like, motherfucker. Yeah.
That would have been perfect. Oh my, I just pictured that whole thing. That would have been so perfect. Yes.
Purple lightsaber pointed towards the camera. That would have been awesome.
Yes.
Well, anywho, SM Playboi, this has been an amazing episode. So before we wrap up, where can people find you one more time?
So again, you guys can find me Sunday through Thursday. Yeah, Sunday through Thursday, 10 o'clock to basically 3 o'clock in the morning, and Central Time, twitch.tv/SM Playboi.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.